This is John Alanis, Certified Sommelier, and welcome to what I think is going to be the most fun part of my whole bottle review site. Because there's a great question. What is best with wine? Stories. Stories are what's best with wine. When you get together with friends, you may have some good food, you may enjoy spending time with them, but as you get into the wine, invariably what you do is you start telling stories. Now, I have a lot of great stories to tell you from being the kid in the 70s, growing up in the 80s, going to college in the 90s, stories from what I consider to be a much better world back then. It was a world before cell phones, a world before too much internet. It was a world where you went out and you did things, you experienced life, you were really free. And you had a lot of great characters and a lot of great personalities because people weren't being watched all the time. And what that leads to is great stories. And so what I'm going to do with this is every week when I post part one of my whole bottle reviews, I'll also have a great story to tell you on video. So great stories and great wine go very well together. And one thing that I like about telling stories is, and hearing stories from other people, is that they bring back memories and stories of your own. So when I tell you a story and you're drinking good wine, stories that you may have forgotten after a long time will start to come up as well. And to me, that's part of the magic of wine. Even when you're drinking a bottle of wine by yourself, you just kind of hit that point that all wine lovers know. That's when you start thinking about all the old stories, all the old friends, all the funny stuff that used to happen. And so what I'm going to kind of do is I'm going to kickstart that by telling you, if I review one bottle of wine, I'm going to tell you one story from my past to go with that, because I got a lot of funny stories. Now, some people love to hear stories, and some people love to read stories. And I like both, but I also love to write. So in addition to telling you my stories on video, some of you may like to listen to hear them, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to write them out on a website called Substack. Substack is a website for people who are writers, people who love to read. And so what I would encourage you to do is, if you like my story on video, just click one of the links below, go over on Substack and read it. Because reading a well-written story is much different than hearing a well-told story. And I think that both kind of go hand in hand. I've always been a reader. I love to read, and I also love to write. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my best stories after I tell them to you on video, and I'm going to put them on Substack, and you can go there and read them for free. Now, one thing about great stories is I encourage you to tell your own stories. So we have a comment section below. So if you got some funny stories of your own that the other people would like to read, go ahead and put them in there. We'll publish them. We'll all have a great time with this and enjoy great stories and enjoy a lot of great wine. So, like I said, don't forget to click the link below, go to Substack, read the written version of my stories, and I think you're going to really enjoy them with great wine.